Hello everyone, how are you? I told you guys I was going to try and stream on Sunday, so I'm trying to keep my promise. Hi Diana, how are you? I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to manage to do it today, but I am. Happy you're here. I was going to try and... Hi Angela, how was your weekend? How is everybody's weekend going? Mine's been good. I've been exhausted though. Hi Bunny. Hi Carla. Hi Mary Lou. Well, everybody get your drink, your beverage of choice. I have mine as my electrolyte drink and my coffee. I got my coffee and I chipped my favorite mug, but you know what? I like the mug so much I'm not gonna let it go. And I don't know exactly. Hi Baby Kennedy. Is this a collapsible straw? No, this is a stainless steel straw. We have glass ones in my house and stainless steel ones. I don't have a collapsible one though. That's kind of cool. Hi, Dana. Hi, Rosie. Oh, you guys go over and check out Rosie's new video. I got to watch it yesterday. It was awesome. How was my first week? Oh, Mary Lou, my body is so sore. It was good though. It was overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. It was overwhelming. You know, I haven't even started in my store yet. My I'm going to see if I can fix my... Nobody wants to buy them for you? I got mine at Ross. They were like, I don't know, $3 or something for... Guys, I'm trying to fix my camera thing. They were like $3 for 6 or 8. I am just, you guys, it kicked my butt. What kicked my butt was I'm already getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning with my partner, right? And then getting myself ready to go to work and then working a really long day and then driving back. And it's also learning a lot of stuff. And then, anyway, I'm going to be managing a whole new division of their company that they don't have yet. So they want me to go in and work in one of their stores so that I understand like the logistics, how to order things and their computer systems and, you know, all that. And so that's what I thought I was going to be doing. But instead, you guys, you know what I was doing? Hi, Julia. You know what I was doing? You guys ready? I was selling. I was on the floor selling because they're short staffed. But let me grab this package. I want to show you the only thing that I got to craft this week. Only one thing, and I'll show it to you. And I don't know. I think I'm going to work on some ATCs today. I'm also going to paint some wallpaper, and I'll show you. But hang on one second. So I know that, I'm sorry, I had to grab it. I thought it was close by, but it wasn't. I wanted to show you guys the only one thing that I got to work on all week. I got to literally, you know, when I was kind of going through craft withdrawals. How many of you guys do that? Like when suddenly you start a project that you haven't been doing, you're suddenly going through crafting withdrawals. So the only thing that I got to make this week was this. And the stuff inside of it I'd already made, but I just want to take out some of this. I just want to poke something down in it because remember I told you guys I was doing a swap with Dawn. I was supposed to mail it out yesterday, but I slept so late I missed the post office. The post office is only open limited time here on Saturdays. So this is what I'm sending her. So it was like, you're supposed to send painty papers. Well, I wanted to make mine, I wanted to do something fun. So the only thing I got to make was this. And it's made out of wallpaper. And then inside, I'm just sending her painty papers and stuff. But so that's what I got to make today. This was my exciting. I didn't make it today. I made it during the week. One night when I came home late. It's just a piece of wallpaper. So that's all I got to make. So Dawn, don't look too close so you can be surprised when you get it. If she watches. Anyway, so that's all I got to make this week, you guys. And I was supposed to go in the post office yesterday, and I had it all ready to go in my little express mail envelope. And hi, Renee. Hey, Lynn. Lynn, when you posted in our Facebook group, I couldn't do it. It was like showing up a different thing. So that's the reason you guys get to see it, because I didn't get to the post office. So I'm going to go tomorrow morning. So that's all I did this week, you guys. I didn't get to do any crafting. I did not get to do any crafting. So how many of you guys are still working on ATCs? I'm still working on ATCs. A bunch of painty papers I wanted to glue down on the back of my ATCs so that I could get them together. And then I thought maybe I'd paint some wallpaper, but I come to chat with you guys and see how you are and how your week was going. So did everybody have a good week? Yours done? You did all your ATCs? Oh, good. You did all yours? Mine weren't for a swap. I'm just working on them. Just working on ATCs. And I think there's a new swap over in Dawn's group. Let's Make a Mess with Dawn. On Facebook, it's they're calling, is it ATC Hands or Artist Trading Hands? Hi, hey, Miss Laura. How are you, Mama? So you guys, this week work kicked my ass. Okay, I haven't worked a job like that in a while. And I have to tell you, it kicked my butt. I'm not gonna lie. Kicked my butt. ATC Hands. So yes, if you guys want to go over and join that swap over in Dawn's group, Let's Make a Mess, go on over. ATC Hands. Like the hands that she sent me. So I didn't get to see anybody's live stream this week. By the time I got home from work and did what I had to do for the next day, because I was so dead. I was so dead. I don't know how I'm going to do it during the school year with my babes, but I guess we'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. You're doing really, oh, you're doing good. How do I like my new job? I think I'm really going to love it. Guys, I'm a little nervous, though. I'm really a little nervous because, so what they hired me to do was, this company currently has 14 retail craftsman style shops. They support handmade, mostly handmade here in Hawaii. I mean, we do have a few artists that don't live in Hawaii any longer. Like maybe they did it one time and then they move away or that sort of thing. So they already have this stable of like artists that they work with. But what they would like me to do is to take one of their stores. Well, actually, it's going to end up being like 4 or 5 of their stores, but one at a time, and change it into a fine art gallery. And so it's not the same as running a regular retail business. Does that make sense? And it's a company that's been around for a long time, so they have already a lot of really cool stuff in place. You know, they already have a lot of cool methods and stuff like that, and procedures and protocol. But it's like, can I tell you guys? So it would be one thing if I was just training on the logistics, but I'm also selling on their floor right now, and I don't know their product line, but I can sell, so it doesn't matter. But the thing is that by the time, think about this, if you've spent, I don't know, 6 hours on the floor talking to people, 6 hours talking to people and selling them stuff, like all kinds of stuff. They have got cool stuff like handmade Christmas ornaments and handmade. They do have some art, lots of sculpture, and it's a fine woodworking. It's a fine furniture company. That's what it started out as 60 years ago, I think. By the time it came down to like sit down and like, okay, well, we have to ship out all this art from here, and we have to do this and we have to do that. You guys, my eyes are glazed over. You know what I mean? So it's okay. It is sort of a big job, and I'm nervous. I mean, I'm sure I'll be fine, but I'm nervous about it. You know, I'm nervous because it's not a proven entity in their company. So if it had been a proven entity in their company, then I'd be like, okay, cool. But it's like a new thing. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see. So how are you guys? I've missed you guys. I didn't even get to see. Didn't get to see. Usually I would try and at least peek at Meridell. I didn't even get to watch Meridell. The people are nice, Laura. The people are nice, but you know they're not going to be the people that I work with because I have to hire my own staff. So that's a whole other thing. It's like a whole another thing, hiring a staff. And I'm hiring a staff without having a proven entity. So, you know, salespeople are all about the money, all about the commission, right? Because when you work generally in a sales job, your base salary is much lower because you make commission. So for those of you who don't know right now, I'm just making artist trading card backgrounds for, I don't know what I'm going to put on top of them, but I've got all these papers. I'm very posted now. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lynn. I couldn't, you know what, when I tried to post it, it said, welcome to Friday night or something. It said something else. I don't know. So it's hard. Like, I don't want to mislead anyone. I want to be, because, you know, you guys are only as good as your reputation, especially in sales. So I don't want to mislead anyone that I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Miss Charlie's going to bark. Sorry. So, Miss Charlie Pie's barking. You love Charlie. Well, Charlie has been... Stop! Charlie, stop! I don't know. There's nobody here, you guys. I don't know who she's barking at a butterfly. There was not one person here. So, not one person here. Not one person here. Nobody's here. She's missing my babe so much. The cat and her, they're both like on me every second. And now that I'm not home all day, or home more, they're really on me. It's ridiculous. She barks at everything. Are you kidding? Guys, last night I was dead asleep. I was so tired. Yesterday, it was my first day off, and you guys, I didn't even wake up. Normally I wake up early every day. I slept through everything. Our post office closes at 11 on my side of the island. I woke up at 11:30. Okay, that is unusual for me. I never sleep like that. That's how tired I was. And so I missed the whole post office thing, and then I was like, had to do like mass quantities of laundry and catch up on all the stuff that I didn't do all week. And I was so tired. My kids wanted to take me out for dinner last night. My 21-year-old daughter, who passed her massage license, by the way. So thank you for all of your prayers and well wishes. I'm sure she doesn't know that she has a whole YouTube crafting family out there sending her goodwill. They wanted to go out to dinner, and I said as long as it could be somewhere close, because I didn't want to drive. You guys, I've been driving. I can't even tell you. I've been driving like crazy. So that's what's going on with me. That's the 411 with me. I missed everybody's streams. Charlie's like freaking out because she has to sit right on me. She wants to sit right on me. Hang on. I put her dog bed on the chair next to me because come here. I put her dog bed on a chair next to me, but she jumped down because otherwise she wants to sit in my lap while I'm painting, and that does not work. Little dogs and painting doesn't work. So, and the cat's been all over me because she's missing my girl. I know, right? Yay, she passed. I'm like, yes, she was stressing me out. She passed really. I think she made in the 90s. So it's ridiculous, right? So I don't know what she was worried about. But she said they kind of searched them when they went into this test. She goes, you would have thought we were taking some top secret exam. I said, what do you mean? She said they had people pull your pants legs up. Um, I don't know, all the stuff like you couldn't wear long sleeves. You had to, I don't know. She said it was like quite intense. I said, well, I said, who knew? Who knew the massage therapy racket? So I have, oh my gosh, you guys, I have to make a video. Why I say yes to this stuff and then, see, when I say yes, I should do it right that minute because my life, how many of you have this happen? You say yes to something that seems very nominal, like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. And then before you can actually make it happen, your whole life happens and all kinds of stuff happens. And then you're like, oh my God, why did I say yes to that? Does anybody else have that but me? I have it for sure. So I said yes to doing this. Yes to doing this collaboration thing, this video help collaboration. And now I have to do it, you guys. Now I have to make the video. I know, right? Isn't that interesting? I was like, wow, I don't even think they do that to you when you take an SAT, do they? They made them, you can't wear any jewelry. She told me she had to take off all her, not that she wears so much jewelry, but she has some sentimental things that she wears. She had to take off all your jewelry. You can't have a watch. You couldn't have a, I don't know. You had to pull your pants legs up. You had to, I don't know. There was really, she just said it was kind of intense. She was surprised. So there you go. I know, it's for massage therapy. That's what I said. I said, who knew? Oh, and you can't have your hair up. They checked your hair, like your bun, like if you had your hair in a bun. I was like, okay. It's so silly. But she passed. Remember that was the day she called me. Remember she called me crying saying that the road was closed and this and that. Ended up being all good. Ended up being she got there on time anyway. They evidently like the first 30 minutes they scheduled the test. All they do is do this search thing on people. And then anyway. And then they don't even start formally the test until all of the applicants are there and seated. Or all the people on the roster. So she ended up not being late and she ended up being fine. And they, I guess, give them like 3 hours to do this test. And she said the first half hour was the whole, right? So I guess it's 2.5 after the half hour of whatever they're doing, searching you. She said she finished the test in like 45 minutes. So I said, well, that was awesome. Hi, Samantha. I was just plugging your swap. So Samantha is the person that she's Dawn's partner on Let's Make a Mess with Dawn today on the Facebook group. So she's the one that's doing the swap for the artists trading hands. So if you guys want to go over there, check it out. Join the swap. I don't know when the deadline is. Hi, Deb. Your daughter starts her new job tomorrow? Ooh, Laura, lots and lots of love to her. Yeah, she was so stressed. She was really, really, really stressed, Laura. You're right. And it was like 7 o'clock in the morning my time, or maybe even earlier. And I was like, I don't even live on that island. I'm like, what? I'm like, I can't help you. It's funny how your kids think you're superheroes, right? That you can fix everything. But I couldn't. So back to my dilemma of this thing. So I'm in this collaboration with some really amazing artists, I have to say. Okay, I really love them. And it's a gadget collaboration where like one artist sends you a gadget and you have to make a body of work or a piece of art with this gadget. And they don't give you any instructions or anything. So I have to make that. That I have to do this week because I have to get it posted. I don't know when it goes live, but it's sometime this week. So I haven't even done that. Okay? Oh, I hope your son gets hired too. Prayers to your son, Bunny. Good luck to Minnie, Laura. You're so cute, man. So I haven't made that project. And then there's one other one that I have that's like a collaboration thing that I haven't done either. And so you know what, you guys? Now that I have this new job, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do anything else like that for a while. Even though I would love to. mean, maybe once everything feels like old hat, right? Then I'll be able to be like, oh yeah, I can do it. But I can't right now. So I'm a little tired. I'm a little worn out. You guys, me not wanting to go out with my kids never happens. I love hanging out with them, especially because they're adults now, and not all of them, but and when they invite you, my daughter's like, "Oh, come on, we want to take you to dinner," da da da, and I could have taken them to dinner, but I was just so tired. I was like, I can't. Hi, Linda. Oh, you're never late, Linda. You guys are never late. You guys are always in perfect time. Because I have been up since 5 this morning, and I thought for sure that I would get it together to stream earlier, but it didn't happen. I started laundry, I started cleaning my kitchen, I started cleaning out the refrigerator. Do you guys ever start cleaning out your refrigerator and you realize it is like a nightmare? Like you're like, oh my God, didn't I just clean this out like a week ago or 2 weeks ago? And then you're like, where did all this stuff come from? And then, yeah. And I made my hottie some breakfast this morning. Even though he said, you don't need to make me anything. I know when I don't, he doesn't eat. So, my house hunt has stopped because, you guys, everything that's coming on the market right now is so ridiculously overpriced. And the ones that aren't overpriced, if they're in homeowners associations that don't want pets. So I'm like, okay, I'm just leaving it to the universe. The house will come when it comes. Your fridge is a nightmare? Oh my God. So this morning, see, this is how it rolls with me. This is how I go down the rabbit hole. So I was like, oh, I had bought this cheese like last week or the week before. It was this sheep's milk cheese, and they don't get it very often at our store. So I bought it for myself, and I thought, you know what? Well, I bought it for all of us, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to make myself an omelet, and I want that cheese, right? And I started looking in the fridge, and I was like, okay, the cheese has to be in here. There's no cheese. I can't find the cheese. So then I said, oh, well, let me just clean out this one drawer. Well, then one drawer led to the next, then led to me wiping out the fridge. Then it led to me with all these containers. And I was like, oh, my God, leftovers and whatever the kids bring in. And it was like a nightmare. And I got halfway through, and I was like, it's not even 7 a.m. and I'm clean. I said, what is wrong with me? It's not even 7 a.m. I'm exhausted. All I wanted was a cheese omelet with this sheep's milk cheese because I don't do dairy much anymore, like cow's milk dairy. And it's turned into me cleaning up the fridge, and ultimately I didn't even make the omelet. I was like, because I didn't find the cheese, and then I was like, screw this. I'm like, I cleaned up my fridge, made myself a coffee, and said, I'm going to go lay back down. So I laid down for a few minutes, and then next thing you know, I'm like laying down, and then I see my hottie lift his. How many of you guys have partners that do this? Let's just talk about it. They take a shower, and they lay their wet towel on the bed. So that started the rabbit hole of laundry. Of like, oh, there's a wet towel, because I was like laying there in bed, had a couple sips of my coffee. I thought, okay, I'm going to go back to sleep. I really need to sleep. And then my foot touched something wet, and I'm like, oh my God, did the cat bring something in? Did the dog bring something in? No, it was the wet towel on the bed that had made the blanket. That was what covered my foot. Laura says, oh my God, yes, and my kid too. Okay. So then I got up this is how my life goes. This is the rabbit hole in my life, okay? So then I was like, oh my God. So then I went to go hang up the towel in the bathroom, and then I saw a whole pile of towels and dirty clothes behind the door. And I was like, oh, I thought I just did all this laundry. So then I was like, oh, I better do the laundry. And they do it with hot towels from your hot tub. Oh, Laura. So I'm like, pet peeve. No wet towels on anything. Hang them up. I know. I'm not going to fuss at him. You guys, he was trying to probably get dressed in the dark without waking me up, which I woke up anyway. And then I got up anyway, made him some breakfast, and you know the drill. So that's how my day was so far today. It was like wet towels. I was like, hi, Dad. Oh, hell, again, oh, hell no. You know what? He does so many wonderful things. I really can't fault him. He does. And you know what, you guys? I'm over it. My days of being a neat, obsessed person in that regard or whatever, not necessarily neat obsessed, but that type of, I let it go. It drives you nuts, but you love him and he does everything else, so you pick up the towels. I do too, usually. Your fridge has glass shelves, and I was sick of washing these shelves because they do not come in right easy. So you covered them with plastic wrap. I spilled something, so I have to, good idea, Deb. I should probably do that too. You guys, mine was only down the rabbit hole of my cheese, which I never found. So you know what I think? You know what I think happened to the cheese? I told you guys I went to Costco last week with my 21-year-old. I think she conveniently took that cheese with her, and that's okay. But it was not a big deal, but I was like, all right, whatever. That's a good idea, though, wrapping your refrigerator shelves in plastic. So that's how I got down the rabbit hole of not getting streaming earlier. And then I had to talk to one of the artists that were bringing into the gallery. And then finally I'm realizing if I keep talking to these people that want to talk to me, I'm never going to sit down and do some crafting and be able to hang out with you guys. And I'm never going to be able to do my own version of unwinding. Guys, I'm so tired. Have you ever been so tired and then you've been worn out from a really long week of something that you feel like you have been on a major journey? I used to feel this way, almost like I'm jet lagged, but I haven't gone anywhere. That's how I feel. It's so ridiculous. But my hottie and I did have a nice dinner out this week. We got to go out one night because I worked a day shift and he worked a day shift, which was good. So when I get my own space, I'll be able to make my own hours. But until then, I gotta go with the hours that they give me, and they're not always great for me. So it's all good. Oh, I gotta get it all up and running before my little one comes. That's for sure. Before my little one gets home. So these are just going to be backgrounds for ATCs, and I don't know what I'm going to put on them. I don't know, this is how I work, but you guys do what works for you, I like having a whole bunch of backgrounds done, because then if I happen to find something for it, it works out great. These are a little loud, so I might paint over them, or I don't know, we'll see. You felt like that last month? You're just exhausted? Oh, Laura, this morning I woke up, and I slept a long time last night. I went to bed early for me. My hottie got home from work, and I don't know. I think he actually got home relatively early. I think he got home at 10:30, and my butt was in bed. I was like, I didn't make any dinner. He said he had already eaten. I said, I told him, I said, I opened a bottle of wine. I said, you can have a glass of wine if you want one. I said, I had eaten earlier. I said, I'm having a cup of tea and going to bed. And I had a cup of herb tea, and I went right to bed. I don't even think maybe we talked 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know. And I'm taking my vitamins and doing all my stuff. You guys going to bed at 10:30 for me is early. So some of these painty papers that I made, which I really love the paper itself because it came from those really old dictionaries. But you couldn't use them in a junk journal. Or you could if you wanted to make something with them or back them with something, but you can't use them otherwise. Hey, Lizzy! Oh, I love you, Elizabeth Brewer. How are you? If you guys are not subbied to Miss Elizabeth Brewer, you better go on over and do it. You are missing out. Miss Elizabeth Brewer is thebomb.com. So, I also use these. These are just magazine pages that I started to do some jelly plate pulls with. They make really cool ATC backgrounds. We love you, Lizzy. How have you been, Miss Renee? What's going on in your world? And for those of you that have messaged me that I have not messaged you back, please just be patient with me. I will. I promise you. So Lizzy, so Laura's asking you, Lizzy, did you see Christy's new mandala video? Hi, Elaine. Oh my God, what did Christy post on Facebook that was so hilarious? What did she post? It made me laugh so hard. I don't know. You guys, it was recent. Anyway, this week has been ridiculous. I hope I think it'll even out. I think it's gonna get good. I think it's gonna get to be a really good place. The company is so awesome. I'm excited for that. Um, I'm excited for that. I don't think I would have looked for a job there. It wouldn't have been something I would have looked at. So, what are you guys making? My junk journal is just going to have to wait. I have a junk journal that I've been planning to work on. Yeah, the job didn't come to me. And you want to hear something even weirder? So, you guys, I got an email from another lady yesterday, a couple people yesterday, asking me about that they'd seen my resume posted when it was posted, whatever, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. And she asked me, I asked me if I wanted a job running some events program or whatever. I said, thanks, but I already got one. Too late. Lizzy says she's been watching a lot of Christy and learning to do mandalas, but you have a way to go. Making, if you really go and study like Tibetan mandalas, I call them mandalas. I think Barbara calls them mandalas, right? I think it's however you want to call them. There's no right or wrong. But it's meant to take you into a meditative state and trance to be one with your higher self. That's kind of cool. Renee says it's slow moving and you're still learning to get your balance back. Ooh. You're waiting some testing results. Oh. Renee, I'm so sorry, Mama. Big love, lots of love. Hi, Carrie. How are you? So, I have lots of stuff to go. I have lots of stuff to do. I'm like, I've got lots of. Do you ever feel like sometimes the learning curve of what you need to know and where you are is like so the gap is huge? That's where I'm kind of going right now. And it would help if we found a house to live on the other side. So then this morning, this is what I thought. Okay, so I mean, I did find a house I love, but there's no pet. They allow no pets. Well, you guys, my pets are my fam. I'm not letting go of my pets, And so this morning, I said, well, let me just look and see if I can find a place to rent on the other side, because that's the side we used to live on. But we moved over here to this side of the island, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and I really like it here. But I'm intelligent. I'll learn. Laura, you know what I realized? That some things my head just won't hold. Like I have to take notes for myself. I need to make a folder and take notes. And anyway, I'm so I looked this morning for like a place. I said, okay, well, if we can't, because we're renting our house here, right? So I said, if we can't find a place to buy, let me see if we can find a place to rent, even if it's a short-term rental, like a 6-month rental, so that that might give me some time to really look for a place. And right. Laura says she can't hold on to Roman numerals. Oh, girl, I can relate. You guys, the rents over there are not quite double what they are on this side, but almost. Like a 3-bedroom house on the side I live on right now, to rent a 3-bedroom house on my side of the island, you can find them for like, I don't know, between like 25 and $2,800 a month if you can find them. Now, not all of them take pets, so that's a whole other thing. On the other side of the island, we're talking a 3-bedroom is $3,700 plus utilities. Is that ridiculous? Because all the work is on that side of the island, Laura. Because, like, the central part of the island where most people live, like local people or people that live here, there's not a lot of jobs. I mean, there are jobs, but the jobs on the other side pay better because that's where all the big hotels are, right? And it's not such a bad drive. It's probably 45 minutes to an hour each way, but the bad part is this. If there is a wreck or a fire, you're stuck on that side. So the bad thing for me is that my daughter doesn't go to school over there. So if I'm stuck, then how am I going to get to her? So it brings a whole other, I don't know. It's like a lot of ridiculousness. So that's what's going on with me. Let me see if I have any. I might have some images I've cut out. It is expensive. That's why we've been looking to buy a house. Because, like, you can do the math. Like a fixer-upper house, like a house that needs work. Like I found one that needed work. It was a little under $600,000. What's the mortgage on a $600,000 home? I don't have my phone, but it's about, what is it, like, let me see. Here's my phone over here. Let's see. Let me see. Who are you mortgaging mortgage people? You know what I mean? So let's see, a mortgage calculator. You guys, we were so stupid. We should have bought a house several years ago when we first moved here. But I didn't. Because I didn't know how long I would be here. And then, you know, so it's about $400 per $100,000 loan. So let's just say we get lucky and we find one for $600,000 that is livable. So 6 times 4 is 24. So our mortgage will be roughly $2,400 plus insurance and taxes, right? Well, we pay more than that in the house we live in to rent. So do you see why? If I'm going to pay $3,700 for a house, if I'm going to pay $3,700 a month, it should be a house that we own. Don't you agree? You know these Ralph Lauren ads? They're actually good. Some of them are good images for, like this is the little dogs. It's a cute image for making art tiles. It's worse than New York City, Laura, because we have this unknown factor of tourism that either comes or doesn't come. And when it doesn't come, then suddenly people can't pay their bills, right? Because you're in a job or you're in a I think this girl is so beautiful. And I love, like I see her in so many ads. She's the one that I put on the front of my art journal. I mean my recipe book, which I haven't finished. Oh, this is a great quirky picture. But her head might be too big for an ATC. Maybe not. So I don't know. So this unknown factor of not having it, knowing whether you're going to have any tourists come, and if tourists don't come, lots of businesses close down. It's sort of a really catch-22 thing. There is lots of variables, and you know what? Honestly, it can be stressful. It can totally be stressful. It can be stressful. So that's the other factor in my job that I haven't really discussed is like, say like, I don't want to say this, but say something extreme happens in the world, like war breaks out somewhere or something like that. That affects tourism and it affects all of the things that we do. So then people that would normally come here to go on vacation don't come. So do you get the whole gist of it all? It's like a little bit bigger than just like a regular place. I like this neon palm tree, and I'm gonna cut it out for my journal. It's too big for my ATCs. Do you guys sometimes just get inspiration from the oddest things? Like, I like this background right here, just this part. I don't know, you guys. I don't know anything. I'm just trying to go with the flow. And sometimes I'm good at going with the flow, and other times I suck at going with the flow. What do you guys like? Good, or do you suck? Are you good, or do you suck? Sometimes I'm really good at it, and other times I'm like, this is stressful. You know? That is such a beautiful picture. Yes, an old sock. What? Me too. It's easier to go with the flow when the flow does what I want. Oh my God. Hi, Jane. Oh my God, Laura, you and me are in the same boat. It's like, yeah, and the flow goes. You guys, I don't know. And then the other thing was this, okay? So then I thought, so my Hattie and I had this conversation on the one night we went out to dinner. And we had this friend, and she doesn't live here now. She lives on one of the neighboring islands, but we both really like her a lot. And we both are like, this is an excellent picture to do that reverse collage with right here, this little bit. And so is that, and so is this. I mean, Selena Gomez is great, but I don't necessarily want her in my thing. Lynn says an old sock inspires her. You're so funny. Renee says, I've been trying harder to go with the flow. I've always been in the flow marker, be the flow maker before. I understand. I understand that totally, completely. I think a lot of stuff is out of our control right now. How many of you guys are feeling like that? How many of you guys are feeling like that life is just getting a little bit overwhelming and that, not everything is going in the way that you'd like to see it go? And I mean, I can relate. So for me, this is what I know. I know when I allow myself to go with the flow, it may not look like the way I want it to look. But if I allow myself to go far enough, it takes me right where I should be. Does that make sense? Did any of you guys see Ann Alber's message yesterday? How many of you guys follow her or have done her gazing thing with her? Raised hands, right? I feel 100% like it's not in your control. No, it isn't in my control right now, that's for sure. The only thing that's in my control is how I feel. And I can make a choice to feel better or for worse every moment. And, so I'm just trying to go with the feel better part. So it was kind of cool. So the Ann Albers thing, you guys should check out. She did a video on YouTube, and she also posted something on Facebook. And I want to talk a little bit about that too. That was kind of the whole reason why I decided to go ahead and stream today, even though I should probably continue to clean out all my stuff. Mary Lou says, I just try not to worry about things I can't. I just try to worry about the things I can control. I agree with you. You choose to feel happy. Hi, Mark. How are you? So for me, I like this. So for me, what happened was, so I was doing my little test. So I was so exhausted on Friday. I was so tired. Vicky, thank you for your kind well wishes, Miss Vic. Love you, girl. And you were not being a mother. You're being perfect. So what happened was Friday I was like beat. Friday I was like, I've had enough, because I was like not doing what I was. My thing is, if I'm going to worry about sales for a gallery, I want it to be in my store. So I'd rather just go on over there, even though it's like not ready, set up. I'd rather just go over there and work if I'm just going to do sales. But if I'm going to do logistics, which is what they originally told me that's what I was going to do, then then that's what I want to focus on. But because they're so short staffed, we couldn't focus on logistics. Anyway, it's stupid. So anyway, I am in my own like space of whatever, and I've just decided I'm working with the manager of the store is brilliant. She's amazing, but she's got all this stuff to do too. Like she's like doing her logistics. Like she got a big shipment in, and she's doing all this stuff. So this kid comes in that we work with, and kid by kid, you guys are old, so anybody younger than 40 is a kid to me, or 45, right? So he comes in and he's in just this crappiest mood, and I just thought, okay, I cannot let this affect me. I have to keep being happy. So I started doing my practice, I see the divine in you, send you love. I see the divine in you, send you love to everything, to the jewelry that they're selling, to the floor, and it's in this big, it's not a mall, but it's like in a big shopping area that's really quite an amazing shopping area and has all these really nice stores, but it's also in an area where they have like a museum, a whaling museum, and different things. And, it's like a nice place, but I thought, I am not going to get myself into a downer situation with this guy I'm working with, or that came on the floor. So I just kept looking at everything and saying I love you to it and to myself, because, in saying I love you to the things, I'm really saying I love you to myself. So I'm just loving myself, loving all the things. Oh, I like this. Some of this jewelry is really nice. And I'm loving myself. I'm loving all the things. I'm loving myself. I'm loving all the things. Oh, thanks, Mark. And you guys, every single person that came in bought something from me. And every single person he talked to didn't buy a thing from him. And I was like, good testament. Good testament. It's like you attract what you put out there, right? And I was just like, I was focusing on jamming, and then finally I was like, okay, I'm leaving now. You guys, I was so tired and burned out, and I still had my own stuff I needed to do for my own space. Thanks, Mark. Kind. That's very kind. So it goes to show you, staying positive helps, right? Hey, Sharon. Okay, I don't know why I saved this Bazaar Magazine, except that it has really nice thick pages, but I haven't seen a lot for my ATCs. Sometimes, what I think are better magazines when you're looking for small objects is those real simple magazines. How many of you guys get those? Or those HGTV magazines? They have lots of good stuff. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? So back to the Ann. So this leads me to the Ann Alvers thing. So she posted this thing yesterday or last night, and I thought it was quite interesting. And I'm sharing it with you guys because you guys are my peeps, and you guys know all about my woo-woo. You guys know all about the woo-woo, and I'm a firm believer that what you focus on, you draw to yourself, right? So that's why if you ever go and hear one of my favorite, I haven't ever seen her in person, but one of my favorite people to listen to that I find really inspiring is Esther Hicks. Abraham Hicks. Have you ever listened to her, any of you? Yeah. Sharon says, have I ever seen the magazine Women Create? Yes, I have, and I love that magazine. But it's a little pricey, don't you think so, Sharon? Maybe it's only pricey where I am because I live on an island. Anyway, so, what you focus on comes clearer and clearer and clearer. You've seen Esther, and she's awesome. I want to see Esther. I love Esther. Anyway, so to make an incredibly, ridiculously long story short, Anne put out this message yesterday, which I thought was really which I thought was really cool. I mean, it was really timely. And she talked about that, you know, she channels angels. She's an angel channeler, Ann Albers. You guys should check her out. She's really, really awesome. And if you look in the description of this video, I think I have one of her videos linked there. She's just a really sweet lady. Very loving, very giving. Anyway, so she talked about that the messages lately from the messages that she channels lately have all been about lifting each other up, about being kind, about being lifting each other up, about staying positive, even in the, hey, there's Christy. How are you? We were just talking about your mandalas earlier. Miss Elizabeth Brewer was just talking about you, trying to do your learning from you, learning how to do mandalas. So she talks about, she said the messages that she's been channeling lately have, and with her own private clients, has been about staying positive, building each other up, and creating that energy, that field of energy of positivity and love and light and stuff like that. And then she said that she got this really urgent message yesterday, and that's why she shared it, from the angels. And for those of you that don't believe this, change the channel, okay? I don't care. There's plenty of YouTube channels on. Have at it. So she said their message was one of urgency, and the urgency is that we have to start doing this for each other all the time, much more frequently, because right now the earth herself, and that's why we're experiencing a lot of earth changes and experiencing a lot of extreme weather patterns and stuff like that. The earth herself is sort of in crisis, and we're all part of that. And how we can add to the easing of that crisis is through love and support of one another, right? And so she talks about that. And she talks about that there's this, I don't know whether she calls it a schism or I can't remember, but like a fissure of some sort in the earth. And that energy from that fissure, she just talked about some really serious conditions that are coming about because of it. And that the only way to heal it is through love. And the only way, and that we are all only love. Isabella Rossellini is gorgeous, no matter what age she is. Wow, and look at Raquel Welch. She looks amazing. Guys, how old is Raquel Welch? Raquel Welch has to be like, what, in her 70s or 80s? She looks amazing. Anyway, so she just talked about the only way to really help in this healing process, not just for ourselves, but for the earth, is through love. So I'm just letting you know that if you guys go over and watch it, it's really good. Her name is, here, let me find it for her. And you know what? You can also join her on Facebook too, Lizzy. She is, what are you talking about, Lynn? Does she have a plastic face? Who has a plastic? Oh, you mean Raquel Welch? I don't know. Maybe she did have plastic surgery. She probably did. She's 80 years old. She had to have plastic surgery. It's Ann Albers. Raquel Welch, of course she had plastic surgery. Here, let's see. I'll highlight it for you, Lizzy. Just give me a second. But she also has a Facebook a Facebook page, and you can go to her Facebook page and watch it too. And she does live streaming once a month. And she's amazing. You guys, the sweetest soul ever. Sweetest, sweetest, sweetest soul. Anyway, the only point I'm bringing up is that every moment we have the choice to choose a higher vibration. Like, right? To choose love, to choose being kind to ourselves, to choose being more loving, kinder, to choose. I mean, all that's free. Okay, Sharon says the earth has had, I'm missing all the chat, you guys, I'm sorry. Sorry, I was too busy like talking in my own stuff. Okay, so Sharon says the Earth has had a split. The split came from people. It's cool that you talk about it. Love, it heals so much. You're right, Sharon. So I love you, Lizzy. So I know Steven Tyler. He lives here on Maui, guys. He's a cool guy. He bought art for me once. He bought art. Want to hear this? So one of, I think it was Mick Fleetwood lives here too. He bought I think one of Mick Fleetwood's daughters was having a baby, and he bought art for me for the baby, for a baby shower present. Isn't that cool? Yeah, this maybe I saved it because it had everybody's kids in it. Um, Back to the love. So I told you guys how me seeing all that horrible stuff in New York when I lived in New York City. Look how beautiful Erica Badu is. Oh my, she's gorgeous, but look at her kids. Wow. Wow, wow. Beautiful. Um, your mom met him a few times. Aw, your daughter used to take care of his mom in a nursing home. Yeah, Steven Tyler is really cool, and so is Mick Fleetwood. He's really funny. He's a sweet guy. So the love thing. So remember when I told you guys that I walked out of the subway in New York City? I'm gonna save all these. I think I saved it because I was gonna save all these images to do that reverse collage thing, to do the gesso collage. Um, Remember when I told you guys I got out of the subway and I was all in a funk and saw that and it just made me so upset? And then I heard really clearly the prayer for peace is to see the divine in everyone and send them love. So I started doing it, the sidewalk, the the people having their protest, all of it, and I started feeling better and better and better and lighter and lighter and lighter until I was absolutely giddy. I mean, I was feeling so good that I was so. I invite you to try it, and if you don't believe it, just try it, test it out, see if it works for you, and if it doesn't, find something that does. I think for each one of us, we feel like we're separate from the earth, but we aren't. I mean, if it wasn't for the earth, we wouldn't be here. Lizzy loves her stuff. Aw, Lizzy, you're so sweet. So what is she saying? Where do you find those little bitty containers? Now I feel like I need to get some more. And then Christy thinks she found them at the art and toy section at the Dollar Tree, which is great. I use it on myself all the time. You guys, I mean, I'm not sharing anything with you that I don't do on myself because I do it on myself. Look at these bricks. They're going to make a cool. Guys, my head's already gone. I'm going to cut that one out for that. It does work, but right now, if like today when we do our meditation at some point at the end of our craft lunch, or at the end of our craft and chat, please include the earth there. When we live on her, she's like everything to us, and I, it's like as hard of a time as I'm having this week, I can't imagine, so like. Are you guys in for the full woo-woo, or do you just want to, like, we could talk about superficial things? Because if I'm getting too weird for you, just say, this is too weird for me. Can we just move on? Oh, my God, I love that outfit. Not that anybody would ever wear it, but it looks pretty cool. You're doing your shed on your roof? Woohoo! Lizzy's so right. Lizzy says, we have to take care of ourselves first, and that way we are prepared to take care of others. It's so true, Lizzy. Well, I might as well just share the whole 411 with you guys, and then you can say like, okay, she's crazy, whatever. So I'm going to work at this place, and it's in a place, and you can look it up online, and it's in a shopping center called Whaler. I don't know if it's called the Whalers Village or Whalers Village. Oh, I like this too. Maybe those old Chanel bottles. I don't know whether it's called Whalers Village or the Whalers Village. Oh, these were Warhol. Ooh, cool. Anyway, so I you guys know that I've been like virtually. You're absolutely right. Share it up. I'm so crazy anyway. Lizzy says some people don't realize that every single thing on the earth once lived inside the earth, even your car. There was one that was one time part of the earth. You're absolutely right, Lizzy. So here I'm gonna give you the full discourse, and for those of you that want to unsubscribe, go ahead, do it now. You know what I mean? It's like whatever. So I've been doing this. This is so ridiculous, you guys. I never know what I'm going to talk about when I talk with you guys, and I don't plan anything. Because even if I planned it, it wouldn't go that way. Anyway, so you guys know I've been doing this keto diet for like 3 months, and I've lost about 35 pounds, and another 30 to go, and I think I'll be in a good space. But, you know, it's not even about the weight. I've been doing it because I've been pain free. So for the past like 90 days, because I'm not even going to tell you what the condition is because I don't even want to have it attached to me, but I have something that most of you all have, and it's, you know, related to fatigue and related to muscle pain and related to body pain. But the problem with me is my body's so sensitive that I really can't take much medication. So I don't take anything. And so I just kind of have lived for a long time in chronic pain. So since I started doing this keto diet, I haven't had any pain. So that to me has been like so amazing, right? Whether I lost a pound, to live without pain and not have to take any. The only thing I take is ibuprofen, or aspirin or Advil or Tylenol, whatever I have at the moment. And so for me, it's like a really big deal. So I start this job, and you guys, I'm used to working a job that I'm on my feet. I mean, when you sell art, you're on your feet all day long. You very rarely sit down. Maybe sit down to do some data entry, but that's it. And I'm used to doing that. I'm used to being on my feet all day. I don't have an issue with it. Christy, I have exactly what you wrote, and it has totally helped that. Totally helped that. And other things. So I have been basically pain free for the last 3 months, and I have to tell you, it has been like bliss, like a life changer. Like my energy's increased. You know, when you don't even realize it unless you're in chronic pain that it's so debilitating, right? And I have been in it for so long that I just don't even think about it anymore, right? Um, so the whole diet has been like for me just like amazing timing and that sort of thing for me and my physical condition. I mean, yes, the weight loss is a great little a side note, but honesty, feeling better has been all of it. So go to my first day at this job, and it's in this thing called Whalers Village, right? And the store is beautiful and it's big. And you guys, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling super great. I think the day before, I don't know what I'd done. A couple days before, I'd done some stuff with my family. You know, maybe gone hiking, maybe done whatever I did. So I go and I walk into this job, and there may be 20 minutes, you guys. 20 minutes. And the bottom of my feet start burning. I can't even tell you. And my legs, the pain in my feet and ankles is so bad that I'm like, what in the world is this? And at first I was like, oh, maybe it's my shoes. Well, no, these are the same shoes I always wear. Keto is amazing. No, it wasn't difficult for me to adapt to my family because I just did it. No, I mean, I make them an extra carb or whatever. Like I make them potatoes, or once you become fat adapted, it's really super easy. And it cut out sugar, and it wasn't hard at all. You can do it, Christy. It's really not hard. I mean, I guess it's as hard as you make it. You guys, my feet started hurting. I was like, by the end of my shift, I was like, I could barely walk. And I came home and I took a really hot Epsom salt bath, and I said, okay, this is weird. I've been pain free for all these months. And so I was like, okay, well, whatever. So I put on a different pair of shoes. I have like these really expensive, um, shoes that people wear that like work in kitchens. They're kind of like, they're like clogs. They're kind of ugly, but they're like super. I mean, I used to only wear them when I worked a floor show, like when I would work a big art show, and I knew I was going to be on my feet like 15 hours. That's when I'd wear them. So then the next day, I go to work and I do my process, you guys. I'm always working on myself. I'm always seeing myself in love, doing whatever my process is, my cleaning, clearing, working on myself process. And I feel fine. Like I get up, and that was the other thing. So the next morning, I got up, and my hottie and I went for a walk. And I don't know, walked a couple miles around our neighborhood early in the morning. And my feet were fine. So I thought, well, maybe it was just those shoes. Like, this is how my head works. I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm like, all right, maybe it was those shoes. So I put on the expensive shoes and I went to go to work. 15 minutes into my shift. 15 minutes into my shift. My feet are on fire. And my legs, it's like I'm in so much pain. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Now, this isn't the store I'm going to work in. So then I'm started thinking, this is just where I'm training. And so I'm just thinking, oh, well, maybe it's the tile on the floor. Like, this is how my head is. Maybe it's the tile on the floor. Maybe it's the this, or maybe it's the that. And I go through my whole day. And by the time I come home, I am like in so much pain, right? So I'm like, this is bullshit, So I take an Epsom salt bath. I work on myself some more. I drink a lot of water. I just, whatever. Made sure I had enough fat for the day because I don't even remember if I'd eaten as much as I normally do. And it comes to me, like, it's the land. It's the land. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this friend of mine calls me. Oh, Laura, that's great news. Laura says she told Romeo because of my stream and he started and his pain disappeared. I know, right? It happens like that. It's so ridiculous. I know, right? So I realize it's in the land. So I start to do the research. Now you guys have to realize I've lived here in Hawaii 11 years. There's lots of stuff that people have done to the islands here and all the land in America. I'm not just saying Hawaii. So I'm talking to this friend of mine who's just as out there as I am. And I'm telling her, I said, I think it's the land. And she goes, what's the address? And I give her the address. And I said, so I started doing my process on the land. And, I'm cleaning, I'm working on myself, working on the land, working on my connection to the land. And the next day I go to work. And I said, give me a definitive sign if I'm correct that it is the land. It is not my body and whatever I have or haven't eaten, or my shoes, or the floor. You guys, I was feeling great. The next morning, I get out, I step foot out of my car onto the parking lot of the place, and the pain shoots up my leg. And I'm like, oh my God. Hi, Sue. I said, oh my God. You guys, so then the more I started researching on the land itself there was a whaling village hundreds, I don't know, at least 100 or more years ago, maybe earlier than that. But there's a museum on this land, and in this museum houses 70 skeletal remains of whales. Hey, Deb. So I'm like, oh my God. So I know that this connection that we have, I mean, some of us are more sensitive than others. I'm not telling you to become as sensitive as I am, because I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, I'm still having to work on that, and I don't, I call this friend of mine that does some clearing work. I do what I do, but, it's like, I don't know what it's going to take. But I'm sharing it with you because of the Ann Albers thing. If you guys go watch her most recent video, it's super important. I'm just saying that we are also connected, that sending as much love and light to each other, even especially to those people that bring up all of our shizzle, which we all have them, is really helpful. So I haven't been back to work. I started working on myself in the place when I was there. I do it anyway, but I don't know how long. Maybe that's the whole reason I have to be there for 2 weeks, is to work on myself and my connection to that. So I'm not even sure why I shared it with you, except that I was telling you about Anne and the earth and earth changes and so find some love and tolerance for those around you that drive you crazy. We are all connected. We are all connected. I'm so happy for Romeo. Good for him. Well, you guys, I gotta up my ante with my keto diet. My butt is going strict full on right now. Not that I wasn't full on before, because I was, but I'm telling you, after this whole pain thing with my legs from that, I was like, oh. But then I would come home, my legs would be fine. I was like, okay, this is just weird. So you asked, Christy, was it hard to get my whole family on board? No, but I'll tell you what I did. I did a lot of research before I started, and I got I got that Adkins book, The New You Revolution, or I don't know. I got it off of Amazon. If you message me, I can tell you what it was. And then I looked at like the regular keto eating list. Like if you get an old Adkins book, Adkins, The New Diet Revolution, or whatever it is, and then they have one that's, I think, rewritten by Dr. Stephen Feeney and somebody else. They're all good. It gives you the basics, and it gives you recipes. Okay, so I needed to know of what I was eating. So I made a list of things that I cross-referenced the keto list with what I was already eating. So say like the vegetables on it are like broccoli and asparagus and cauliflower and zucchini and onions and tomatoes. And what I did was I cross-referenced it, and all kinds of greens and cabbage and arugula and all that stuff. So I cross-referenced it with what I already eat in my life. And what I already cook for my family. So if your family doesn't eat vegetables, it might be a little harder for you, but not impossible, and so I say do your research, get a book that has recipes. There's tons of keto cookbooks out there, but there's lots of really good YouTube channels where people just like share their great recipes. Then I had to go through my things and figure out like what, that's how I reverse engineered it, so that it would work for me and my family. And so like for me, like what do I make? Like say I made steak the other night. So I made ribeye. So I made ribeye, and then I made this really spicy coleslaw that I like to make, and then I made asparagus, and then I made a tomato and cucumber salad. Right? Now that was for me and my hottie and my 21-year-old. My little one's still visiting on the mainland. Now if she was here, my little one she would have eaten the asparagus. She would have eaten the coleslaw. She's not so crazy about tomatoes. So if I could have just made her the cucumbers, and then I could have added a carb to hers. Like I could have added potatoes, or I could have added rice. Bye, Julia. Big hugs to you. And oh, by the way, one of the people that you sent your ATC to posted it in the group, and it was gorgeous. What you sent her was amazing. So beautiful. Julia, your artwork is stunning. Thanks for participating. So, that's how I indoctrinated or made it easier for my family. So if I was going to make it, and if you're not a meat eater, then whatever it is. Or what did I make the other day? I made salmon. So I made salmon and broccoli, and I made a big salad. And if my little one had been here, I would have added something else that she liked. Like she likes salmon, she likes broccoli, she likes salad, but I might have added, I don't know, whatever she wanted, potatoes or rice. So that's how I do it. I make the main meal like for everyone, and then if they want more carbs, I give them that. Does that work? How are you, Miss Deb? Welcome, welcome. We're happy you're here. This is gonna go in my glue book. I just thought it was super cool. I don't know what kind of mess we've created on this earth, you guys. It can be really stressful at times. It can be super uber stressful at times. I don't know what we've created. And the bombing of people and killing other people, I don't know. Because I don't know. I just can't. Sometimes I can't watch television or stuff like that because I can't. My heart just can't handle it. So that's how I did it, Miss Christie. But like look and see what there's so many variables with keto. You're wondering how to change your diet when your honey likes to do a lot of the cooking. Have I ever heard of earthing? I don't think so, Sharon. I mean, maybe I have if it's called something else. I don't know how you change your diet. I think it has to be something that you have a conversation about. I mean, I did it for health reasons. One of the ladies in our Crafting Mamas group who she used to post pictures of her artwork, and sometimes she posts pictures of herself in it. And one day she posted about how she was pain free, that she hadn't had this pain in so long. I was like, what are you doing? I messaged her right away. I said, what are you doing? What are you doing? I want to do whatever you're doing. And that's how I came about it. For me, it was just because I had to. I was just at a point where I couldn't do. Because when you live with chronic pain, sometimes you just get to the point where you go, okay, I don't want to be in pain anymore. It's like, and I don't want to take, you guys, I guess if medication really helped me, I would take it, but none of it works for me. Yeah, everything breaks down to sugar. It gets really kind of scary, actually, when you realize how much everything breaks down into sugar. Well, I mean, does your husband have health issues? I mean, if he doesn't have health issues and he's eating carbs, I mean, I don't know if carbs are good for anyone, but if he doesn't have any health issues, I don't know what you can. Look, I can tell you. Oh, did I tell you guys that my hottie is down to a size 29? And you guys, he was Mr. I'm just going to do it with you as like a trial because he's all into all that sort of thing. And he reads everything and does everything. And now he's down to size 29, you guys. Size 29. He looks amazing. I'll try to take a picture of him again. What, Sharon? What do you tell me? But the thing is that you don't have to eat it if he eats it. I mean, what did I do? I went out with some friends the other day, and they were sort of making fun of me. But I didn't eat anything. I didn't eat what they wanted to eat because I was like, I'm good. Yeah, Laura says you haven't watched TV in 3.5 years. I can't watch TV. I mean, I like to watch Netflix. That I binge watch. I binge watch a show and then I'll be done with it. And then I'll be like, oh, I wish I had only watched a little. Usually I have it on mom doing something else. So, hey, Emma. My hottie is Mr. Keto. Oh my God, you guys. He had to order himself some new shorts. You guys, he's like, it's ridiculous. Whatever. I just go with it. I'm like, oh, honey, I'm so happy for you. He's ridiculous. He didn't even need to lose weight. So he went from like 200 and You guys, I think he's lost 25 pounds. So he must have been like 210. Maybe he was 213, and he's like 185. And he went from a size 34. Now he's a size 30. Well, actually, he's a size 29, but he bought himself 30s because they don't make 29s in the shorts that he wants. So, and you guys, he didn't look old to begin with, but he looks so much younger. It's crazy. And he says he has more energy, and he has a lot of energy anyway, but he says he has a lot of energy. It just gets me. So Sharon, finish telling me about the earthing. I want to hear about it. Oh, you tried to send me a link to the earthing? Can you send it to me on Facebook? You love that I'm gluing this heart down. Because I have to purge my magazines. I have to go through my magazines and purge. I have a huge box to go to the recycling place where other people also get into them and mess with them. And so I'm starts does come no, but she's talking about her husband, Emma. She's like saying like how does she get her whole family to do it? And I told her that I don't make my family do it, but what I do is I cook the main meal, keto, and then I add, like, if my little one wants a potato, I make a potato for her. She's 12. I mean, if my like, if I'm cooking, she was asking how I do it for my whole family. So I cook my main meal, like, whatever it is going to be keto. And then I just add more carbs for them, whatever it is, potatoes, whatever they want. I don't judge it. Your new craft room is almost ready to move into? Oh my gosh. I can tell you something. Does your husband read, Christy? Is your husband a reader? So, when I first started doing this, I had gotten one of my friends had given me this book. I can't wait to see your craft room, Laura. It's going to be fabulous. Somebody had given me this book, The Grain Brain. Have you guys ever read that book? Anyway, it's a pretty intense book, right? And but it's awesome. So like my hottie started reading it, and he was like super. Get him that book. Go check it out at the library, The Grain Brain. It will change how he thinks about potatoes and everything. It will totally change. So it will change how he thinks and feels about stuff. And you won't even have to do anything about it. You're excited to get organized? Yeah, when you finish, you want to come help me? You guys, I have to purge so much stuff because I'm the reality of like really wanting a space and not having to drive as many hours as I'm driving is becoming more and more real for me. But even more real than that is the fact that I may not have the same size space. So I gotta let go. My name on Facebook is Shelly Lynn. You can join our Crafting Mamas Facebook group. There should be a link in the description of the video for our Facebook group, and if you join that, you can find me on there. And I would love whatever you're sending. I would love it, Sharon. Thank you for even telling me about it. And so all of you guys are getting she sheds and crafting rooms. I'm so excited for you. Laura, what kind of organizing stuff are you buying for your crafting room or building for your craft room? I'm super excited for you. So I'll tell you, my poor hottie, his brother is so competitive They were talking, they were FaceTiming, and he was showing him how much weight he'd lost, and he didn't even need to lose weight. He didn't even need to lose weight. So his brother, like messaged me the other day. What was that cracker recipe you had? What was that? What was that fat bomb recipe you had? I just thought it was hilarious that he was like messaging me after the conversation he and my hottie had over keto. So you got bookshelves, a laundry organizer for your fabrics. You have a two-wheeled cart and a giant desk Romeo built. Wow. Oh, Laura, I'm so happy for you. So are you taking over a bedroom in your house, or is it like, where are you putting it? It's been a great distraction, girl. I can totally relate. I think my job is a great distraction. My new job is a great distraction in my life right now. My new job. Oh my God, you guys. I don't know. I think it's going to really kick my butt even more than it's kicking my butt now. It has really kicked my butt. It's in Romeo's old office. What? Laura? I had no idea. Laura. Oh, Laura, Laura, Laura. I'm so sorry. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Hmm. Hmm. Me? Yeah, I have. I used to fast long before this. Yes, I have done intermittent fasting. Laura, we love you, girl. We love you. We love you. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for your loss. It's like no time's a good time for that. None. Yes, I have. I have done intermittent fasting. I mean, I've done it before I even did. Laura, grief comes and saves, girl. You got to be wherever you are. I'm telling you, no time's a good time in my world. But I'm so sorry for your loss, you guys. That is it's hard. Well, I'm glad you got to go see him though, Laura. That like probably makes all the difference, you know? That you got to go see him, that you got to go hang out with him and be there with him. You're not hijacking my stream, girl. You are not hijacking my stream. Please. You're not. What are you hijacking? Some ATCs and painty papers? You're not hijacking nothing, mama. You know, real life happens, you know, and it's like some days it's easier and other days it's just like, I don't know, just gets away from you. But I'm glad you got to go be with them. You know, I remember when my that happened with me with my dad, and it was really good. Okay, I'll post a link. I'm sorry. Hey, Lynn, can you post a link to the Facebook group in the or one of you guys in the chat? Can I tell you, crafting has definitely seen me through some of the the most emotional times for myself. It is just, or art, I should say. Art and yeah, art and like watching some fun things on YouTube. Yeah, I agree. So I'm still obsessed with living in your van. How many of you guys watch those living in your van stories? Not that I'm ever going to do that, okay? You guys, my craft supplies would fill up the van that we lived in. Can you imagine? There was a girl that was in one of our groups. I can't remember, and she was a truck driver with her husband, and she crafted in a truck. Like she crafted like in a big rig. I thought that was just so cool. And then there was somebody else in our group. I don't know if it was our Crafting Mamas Facebook group, but it was one of the groups, and she crafted in a she crafted she crafted in an RV. And I thought, man, what am I complaining about? These people are crafting in RVs. They're crafting in they're crafting in other things, and I'm like complaining about my dining alcove. I was like, I need to get a life. I need to seriously get a life. If they're crafting in their RVs, then what am I complaining about? You know, seriously. It's like I need to let this stuff go. Thanks, Sharon. Yeah, there was a truck crafter that was a truck driver. I don't remember her name either, but right, and she would post like the things that she was working on, and they were amazing. She was also a really good artist, and she'd post the things that she was working on, and then say, oh well, I can't mail it till I get back to home or whatever because she's in her truck, and I don't know. Anyway, she was amazing. I can't remember who it was either, but I really always really enjoyed her. Is that not ridiculous, you guys? Like, so those of us that complain about our space, how can we complain about anything when people craft in trucks? Your space is a desk and a bunch of rolling carts. I think it's probably awesome. Mine's just some industrial shelves in a tiny alcove. When a house we lived in before this house, when we lived here, when we lived on the other side of the island, I had a big space that I used as my craft space, but I don't have that now. So we'll see what manifests for me, right? We will see what manifests for me. Hopefully it'll be something I really love. I'm sure it will be, because otherwise I wouldn't do it, right? No, what I was telling you guys earlier was that, so, my hubby and I were talking that we would try to get in touch with this old friend of ours who I mean, I just love her. She's amazing, really amazing, spiritually aware being, whatever. But I haven't seen her in a while. And, just a kind woman. She lives on another island. And, because she used to travel from here to the other island. So we were just, anyway, it was like one of those things where you're just talking about it. And then this person called me and I said, oh, have you heard from this? And she goes, oh, I have her number here. I just talked to her. So I kind of had in my head that, because she kind of does like odd jobs and different things. And, I didn't know whether she was living on a different island full time or whether she was living, like what she was doing. Anyway, so I was just telling my hottie, I was like, yeah, it would be like my dream would be to have her like watch my daughter, watch the little my sweet girl, and see where that goes, because she's incredibly enlightened and everything. Guys, I'm talking to her. I'm having the best phone conversation. She called me yesterday. I'm talking to her, having the best phone conversation. In the middle of our phone conversation, she starts telling me, she starts like getting heavy duty political on me, and I'm just like, I can't have this around my kid. She starts getting heavy duty political around me, and I don't care that she and I don't agree on politics, or I don't live in the same world she does, but I can't have her like. She was touting some crazy stuff that I was like, okay. I was like, okay, well, it's lovely talking to you. Thank God I didn't ask her. Like, thank God I didn't say, hey, we were really thinking of asking you if you'd watch The Babe. I was like, oh no. I was like, this is not good. He doesn't want you to go in another room because you won't see him much. Sharon says she wanted a tiny house that would contain a hidden craft place. It would have small drawers in the wall from your beading. Oh, that sounds lovely. So I was just like I was out of my mind after the whole like when she started on me about politics. I was like, first of all, we never discussed politics in all the years that I've known her. Not like that. And I just thought, okay, well, thank you for letting me see the crazy there. I can't have her telling my kids stuff. I was like, can't have her tell my kids stuff. So I was like, yeah. So my hottie got home last night. He goes, did you talk to her? He was all excited because we both really love her, I said, yeah, but it got political. He's like, what do you mean it got political? Because you guys, I don't talk politics with anyone. I said, yeah, it got really political. And I said, it just kind of freaked me out a little bit. I said, because he's like, that's just the weirdest thing. I said, yeah, it was weird. It was totally weird. He was like, yikes. Well, what am I going to say? But Lord, that's what I was like, it's sort of like, it's going to sound terrible, but that was kind of like what my prayer was. My prayer was like, let me see anything that I've missed. Let me see, because, anytime you're going to subject your children to other people, you want it to be on the same page you're on, at least with boundary wise, right? You don't you may not have to agree with anything that they say. I'm going to take these off later. I'm doing like that what is it called? Image transfer. Yeah, I couldn't I couldn't see the crazy. I really didn't want to see the crazy. I've known her for years, so I mean, I didn't think there was that kind of crazy in there, but obviously I was wrong. Okay, I was obviously wrong. There was some cray in there that I just couldn't have my kid be exposed to that. I'm sorry. Me, I'm all good with it. I can handle just about anything, but your kid, you want your kid to be like null and void of that, right? You don't. I was just like, oh, wow. Thinking to myself, I was like, this isn't a side that I have never seen, right? I was like, well, okay. Okay. So what else are you guys working on? Anybody got some really good projects going on that you're like, okay, this is like the project to end all projects kind of thing going on? Besides Miss Meridell Abrams, she has more projects. Have you guys gone over and watched her? I love her so much. The Marriottier, she's so great. She has so many projects going on that she's doing her marathons, which I think are great. And her name is Meridel, so she's doing her marathon so that she can get her projects done. And it's awesome. So I'm like, I should go over and watch some of Meridel's projects. Right? She can craft like nobody. She and Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafters, they're the most they get the most stuff done, the most productive. You're very aware of what's filtered into your son's consciousness. Well, I try to be aware, but occasionally something slips by me. Yeah, we're still trying to juggle what we're doing with our babe, so we'll figure it out. It's just, he's going to take 2 days off during the week, and I'll take 2 days off during the week, so somebody's always picking her up or taking her to school. And then the 1 day a week will alter, and then the 1 day a week that we alter, then we'll just have to figure it out. Maybe we'll have to alter like also the weekends too. I don't know. I haven't figured it all out, but I'm working on it. What's a great place for you, early morning people? You found some colored small bottles at the secondhand store. You love colored bottles. When I lived in a big house on the mainland, I collected all kinds of stuff. Back then, I used to collect ruby glass and cobalt glass, old ones like old bottles, and I collected all kinds of like old dishes. And here, I don't collect anything. I collect craft supplies, I guess. Hey, Lori. You didn't get a notification, please don't even start on me about notifications. Like later on yesterday, I was like, oh, because I was out. I ended up going out with a friend too I had to do some shopping and, stuff that stuff that you need to do to prepare for your week. And I think usually in my email I get notifications, but I didn't. And then I saw later on that Meridel had done some sort of live stream. I was like, oh, well, I missed that. You definitely collect craft supplies. I totally do. Today, you just got home from your first day back at work. How did it go? I'm glad you did. Congratulations. I'm a collector of craft supplies. I mean, serious craft supplies. It's ridiculous. And I collect recycling as craft supplies. How many of you guys do that too? Correct. Collector of craft supplies. Hello, my name is Shelly. I'm a craft supply hoarder. You went through recycling and pared down. Oh God, you guys, I desperately need to. I have I don't know. I need to go through it. You can collect anything and turn it into a craft supply. Carla, I think we're kindred spirits. I think we're totally kindred spirits. And you know what? My kids even collect stuff for me. They're like, oh, I thought you could do something with this with your crafting. I'm like, oh my God. You purged nearly everything. Oh, good. Hi, Carmen. I need to purge, you guys. And that was like, before I started this job, I was like, I need to purge. a bunch of stuff. And I was like, okay, that's going to happen. And then now with this job, it's like, when is that going to happen? When is that going to happen? Not right now. It's not happening now. Well, I do have, before my daughter comes home, I knew to go to the thrift store. I need to, I need to I need to clean out her room because I put all this, she went through all her clothes before she left. She's such a sweet girl. She went through all her clothes before she left, and she bagged up all the stuff that doesn't fit her so that we could let it go and give it to her friends or give it to whoever. And I gotta take it to the thrift store. That I have to do. That is a definite. I have like bags and bags of stuff. So I have to do that. You know, hoard junk for crafts. Hi, Cherie. Yeah, but at least if you're moving into a new room, Laura, you can kind of like get it together to like figure out like what stuff you're gonna take over there and what you're not, right? I keep telling my hottie we should just pretend we're moving and just purge. And I did some of that stuff with like, I don't know. I did it with like some home good stuff, but I definitely need to like go a little further and let go of some more stuff. But I haven't. Guys, it's just some days it's just pretend I'm moving. Laura, I have to. If I don't pretend I'm moving and like seriously start going through my art supplies and just his art supplies, and then, like my kids have stuff here. I think the reality came to me is that the epiphany came that the house that we live in is small, but the ones that we're looking at to get are even smaller. And so, it's like, what am I going to do? I'm going to have like so much stuff I'm not even going to be able to put in anywhere. I don't know. I could have let those dry before I do it and take them off. I have to. Are you kidding? I said to him, okay, so if we're moving, like, do we love this? Can we let it go? Do we love it or can we let it go? He's like, oh, we can let it go. It's like serious. It's like, I would love to think that we were going to get a place bigger than this, but I don't know if that's even going to happen. Your biggest hurdle is paper organization? Don't look at me. Do not look at me. Who has some good paper organization ideas for? It's pronounced like Sherry. Okay. Sorry, Sherry. I think you've told me that before, and I still called you Sherry. Sorry. Good night, Carla. Big hugs. Lovely to see you. It's past your bedtime. I hope you sleep well. Mary Lou says, I really think if I emptied my whole craft room and then just put the things I really want to keep back in there and get rid of everything else, but that's a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm right there with you. We love you, Miss Carla. Keep us apprised of your traveling adventures. I'm traveling vicariously with you. Well, you know what? It's kind of cool though, Lori. We don't have one here. We should get one. But you know how Stacy's always going to the creative reuse? There's some things that you can take if they're in really good condition, like security envelopes, to the creative reuse. People like them. All right, I love this. I did not get my wallpaper painted. I have some wallpaper pieces I wanted to paint today, but I didn't get that painted, but that's okay. How many of you guys are going to stay for the woo-woo? How many of you guys are going to stay for the woo-woo? If you're going to stay for the woo-woo or the meditation, let's focus on loving the earth. I would really like that to be one of the focuses of our meditation. I am going to use up whatever little bit of paint I have left here on on my wallpaper really quick. So if you guys want to get energized water, go ahead and do it. For those of you, it's your first time here, we do guided meditation at the end of not every single stream, but a lot of them. And, all you need to do to participate is breathe, basically. Be mindful and breathe, right? I'm going to use it up instead of lose it, right? Use it or lose it. I'm going to use it up. I'm going to just paint this really quick and then. You've been up since before 4, Bunny? Oh my gosh. Good night, Bunny. We love you. We hope you have a wonderful night, and I hope that you sleep well and that you have a wonderful day tomorrow. So for those of you that want to join in, all you need to do is just inhale. Even if you can't do the breathing, inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Now what I would like you to bring to mind is anything that you'd like to release that's associated with things that are keeping you back. Fear, grief, anger. You don't even need to know what it is. You can just tell your body, would like you to release it. Like that. Also bring to mind anyone that you would like to send special love and light to. They do not have to be in a body to receive it. They can, in the spirit world, you receive it anytime and all the time. So you are not limited by the physical form. Sometimes some of us want to bring our pets to mind, do that too. But I also ask that, we send it to this loving energy to the earth as well. So you can just put that in your intention that any energy that you're releasing on behalf of yourself, your family, relatives, and ancestors, and the earth. You're releasing on behalf of the earth. And I'm going to bring to mind the address of where I'm working with all those whale bones there. My feet don't need to be hurting tomorrow. All right. I still want to lose all the paint. Yeah, there's no creative reuse where I am either. So get your water. Get your water and let me know when you are ready. For those of you that went to get water. Bye, Mary Lou. See you later. Enjoy your dinner. You're staying for the woo-woo? Okay, good. So get your water and tell me when everybody's ready. You ready? Anybody else ready? So at this moment, let's include all of those in our Crafting Mamas family and all of their family, relatives, and ancestors. Let's include all those that would watch this in the future. Let's include the earth. Without her, we wouldn't have these connections we have with each other. At least in this physical form. And I always invite you to pick something else, like an element or a kingdom. I always include the animals and the plants, including the water, the air, the ethers, fire, the earth, including the heart of the earth. I'm including where I work, the town, my home, and the town I live in, and include anyone. You can just bring them to mind one time, and it's up to them whether they receive the energy or not. So inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. On the inhale, receive. On the exhale, release. Receive and release. Imagine yourself in the column of light. When you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light with every inhale and every exhale to grow wider and wider. Give your column of light the suggestion, heart of the earth. And with that, your light is right there, deep in the heart of the earth. Give your column of light big roots, big tree roots, deep in the heart of the earth. Let's ask the earth to share with us her energy. I see this energy like beautiful molten gold light, but you can see it, feel it, think it, or just know it, any way that works for you. Feel this beautiful golden light energy rising up through your column, filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your heart and back, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your neck and throat, your face and head. Feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Before we connect to the heaven realm, I'd like you to focus on your heart. And I'd like you to imagine the most beautiful place on earth that you love. It could be your own backyard. It could be by the ocean. It could be in the mountains. Allow this place to become very real for you. If it's the ocean, feel the breeze on your face. Feel the sand between your toes. Taste the salt in the air. If it's the mountains, see yourself right there on a beautiful trail, the trees hovering over you, the earth beneath your feet, and listen to the sounds of nature. Make this place even more vividly real by sending it love. Now realize this place, this special place, is a gift from Mother Earth. With all the love you can muster in your heart, send that love down your column of light and out your roots, deep into the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe in and send that love. Breathe in and send that love. One more time. Breathe in and send that love. And I'll just sit for 1 second and wait for the reply of Mother Earth. Some of you may feel a warm energy, a tingle, a light breeze, or just a peaceful feeling. There's no right or wrong. Now let's focus on our column of light above our head. Let's follow the energy from the roots in the earth all through your body at the top of your head. And give your column of light the suggestion heart of the sun. And with that, your column of light is right there, deep in the heart of the central sun. Give your column of light the same roots above your head as you did below your feet in this beautiful cosmic angelic realm. Let's ask this energy from the central sun to fill our column of light, mixing with our energy and the earth's energy. Feel it pouring through the top of your head, your face, your neck, your throat, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest and back, your waist, your lower abdomen, the base of your spine, and feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess deep in the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. Now I'd like you to focus on the top of your head. Focus on where you connect in the heart of the central sun and all the points of light between there and the top of your head. Breathe in and receive peace, balance and bliss, freedom, clarity, and truth. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on the center of your forehead. Receive peace, love, bliss, freedom, clarity, and truth. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your throat. Receive peace, love, bliss, freedom, clarity, and truth. And release anything that you wish you'd never said. Ready? Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your heart. Receive peace, love, bliss, freedom, clarity, and truth. And on the exhale, release anything that no longer serves you, focusing on your heart. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your waist. Receive peace, love, clarity, balance, bliss, and truth. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on your lower abdomen. Receive peace, love, bliss, balance, clarity, and truth. And release anything that no longer serves you. Knowing as you release it, it also releases from the earth. Ready? Receive in love. 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 Focus on the base of your spine. Receive peace, love, clarity, bliss, truth, and balance. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. Focus on where you meet the heart of the earth and where you meet the heart of the central sun, where your roots are. Receive peace, love, balance, bliss, freedom, and clarity. On the exhale, release anything that no longer serves you. Receive in love. Receive in love. Receive in love. I'd like you to imagine an infinity symbol starting in the heart of the central sun, the heart of creator creation energy, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the earth, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the heart of creation, the heart of creator creation energy, the heart of the central sun, and the earth. And on the exhale, give back love to the earth, to creator creation, and the heart of the central sun. Ready? Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. One more time. Receive and give. And when you feel ready, Open your eyes and come back. Hi, Mary. JL. Happy to see you. I'm sorry, Mary, I've been missed your live stream yesterday. I didn't even get the notification for it. I don't know what is up with YouTube, and I don't know if you know, but I started a new job, so I haven't been streaming. Oh, you're so awesome. I've been working my new job, and I saw that you did the bingo thing. I like the bingo, but it lasts too long for me. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to be. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming because I haven't know how to schedule yet. So I haven't been able to do it on Tuesdays and Fridays. And I couldn't do Friday because I didn't get off. Anyway, so you only do the game. Hi, Carmen. You feel happy and relaxed? Oh, thanks. You guys, make sure this week you send lots of love to yourself and to the earth. You know, whatever, like, however you do it. Yeah, Mary, I don't know. I can't stay for the whole thing. I mean, it takes too long for me. So I like watching you do it. Well, I'm happy I could be here today, Vicky. You know, I didn't know if I was going to, and quite frankly, during my week because I was so exhausted. Good night, Lala. We love you. We hope you have a wonderful night. Um, because I was so tired, I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. You guys make sure you go check out Miss Mariotti, the Mariotti. Do you see her right there? Just to go three dots to the right and click on her link. And you can it'll take you to her channel. And then if you hit notifications, supposedly if you hit notifications, come on, you guys, you know, we all know how that is with YouTube. Supposedly, if we hit all the notifications, then we'll get notified. But that hasn't happened for me. Hasn't happened for me. I don't know what it is. I see it after the fact. How many of you guys are having that experience where you see it after the fact? No, I always love you, Mary. I always tell people if you hang around my streams, you always hear me saying going over because I do. May not get to watch it live, but I get to watch it later on. You know, I'll watch it at some point. You love watching Mary's bingo and arting along. Well, Mary, who's the girl that does the bingo? My head is not. After I do a meditation, I can't think of names. Beth. Beth does the bingo live on Saturdays, but for me, it just takes too long. You have trouble when you put out more than one video a day? Why? Because of YouTube or because of whatever whatever? Yeah, Beth. No, I like Beth's thing, but I tried to play along a couple times, and It just takes too long for me. I must. I think I have a little attention deficit disorder. Vicky says, Mary, it inspires me almost every day. I know, right? I know, Mary. You hold the bar high. You serve up the bar high, sister, for the projects between you and Stacy at Pink Poodle Crafters. You girls can put out some quality projects. Me, I think I art slow. I think I'm a slow arter. So you would think slow bingo worked out for me, but it doesn't. Okay, look, that one came out good. That was the magazine transfer. What do you guys think? Can you see it? Hi, Sherry. There is no schedule right now, Sherry. It's just because I don't know. Oh, not. See, can you see it? So this is what it looked like before because it's a magazine, Gesso magazine transfer. This is the whole butterfly, and then this is the underneath. That was the what I wanted to come out. So the back came off easy. Hey, Sherry. Don't worry, Sherry. We're all good. Are you are you streaming tonight, Mare? Are you streaming in a little bit? When are you streaming, Laura? When are you streaming? Hey, Kat. When are you streaming, Miss Laura? You've been doing yard work. Good for you. Julia says, so silly. My phone was so dead. I couldn't comment. I received my envelopes and loved everything. We all have such different cool stuff. Can't wait to play again. I think we're going to do it again for those that are interested in an ATC swap. I think we're going to do it again in August. It'll be similar. So you can, and it's a no theme ATC. Um, but you can go ahead and make your ATCs now, and then I'll put up the first week in August. I'll put up the sign up. Okay. See, so for those that this is a gesso transfer, and I'm just taking up the back of the magazine. I'm glad you got yours and that you liked them. So anybody can swap. You don't have to be on Facebook. Julia's not on Facebook. You just have to, if you don't want to be on Facebook and join the group, all you have to do is put your name in the or email me at craftingmamasinfo@gmail.com, and you can just send me your address and I'll switch it. You, yeah, I like the no theme too. Plus, I figure that everybody's been making ATCs all this time. Not as many as Mary. Have you seen how many amazing ATCs Mary makes? Miss Marydel Abrams makes some beautiful ATCs. She can make a gaggle of them. I don't know what's a plethora of them. And she can make a lot of them. You streamed today and I missed it? I don't know why I'm not getting your. Oh, Laura, I'm sorry I missed you. I didn't get the notification. You know what? Also, too, sometimes the time difference. Like sometimes I'll see that you've streamed or you're streaming, and I'll go over there and it's already passed because of the 6 hour time difference. I'm 6 hours behind you guys. You know, like I get all excited, and then it was like I don't know. Because if I get the notification in my phone, in my email, then it's like good. Oh, you do measure. What are you talking about, Mary? Your ATCs are awesome. Not just are they awesome, you make yours in such a like variety of different styles, and then you make yours in like how many are you making at a time? Like 25 or something? You make 25 at a time, whereas mine are just like one like maybe I do a bunch of backgrounds or whatever at once, but then mine never. I guess I could draw and paint on them. Mary is a very talented artist. You guys go over and check her out. Mary does some of the most beautiful portraits. I love your portraiture, Mary. I mean, I like everything that you do, but I really like your portraits. She's very talented, you guys. Don't let her fool you, that Miss Meridel Abrams. Okay, this is what it's like with green. I did it with green. This is just with gesso, and then this one was with green, cheap green acrylic paint with gesso mix because it was kind of thin acrylic paint. But they both came out good. So you guys try that paper, that gesso transfer. You can do it with acrylic paint too. I didn't have to add gesso to it, but my paint was so watery I did. So Mary's saying Aunt Beck, if you guys haven't, hi Christine, if you haven't seen Aunt Beck's creations, you guys got to go and see her too. She sounds too, and she is, between you and Aunt Beck, you guys got some art going on. So Mary says, Becky does that dirty dozen, and I was working on an 18 by 24 watercolor piece of paper. Oh, so that's why you did so many ATC? I'm kind. No, Mary, I do love watching you. And I love this community of YouTube. And I love the fact that we can all, there is no competition. You guys, it's just us, it's like us and what we're willing to be and share. Like, look, see, this was the magazine that for those that are wondering that weren't here earlier. So this is the magazine. It came from like what was it? Bazaar, I think, magazine. And it's some jewelry ad. But it had these black, it had the butterfly and the leaves. And so that's what I cut out. And I just put gesso down and then put the part of the image that I want to show up. So the black side went down and then the back of the magazine was up, and then you let it dry and then you rub it off and it sticks. It's not in my nature to be competitive either, okay? That's what I was saying earlier about my hottie. So his brother, my partner, he's lost all this weight doing keto and he didn't need to. And he was checking his brother out and telling his brother, and his brother was like, his brother's really competitive. His brother's on keto. Laura says, I love Aunt Beck's channel. Thank you for introducing me to her, Mary. And you learned about her from you. That's right. That's how I learned about her too. She is modest, that Mary. Mary is such a good artist. You guys should go over, and not only is she a good artist, but she's hilarious, and she's lots of fun to hang out with. You always have some fun stuff to talk about. See, these are how my ATC start, Mary. My painty paper on the back of a playing card, and then right now I'm into this magazine transfer, and then I have to decide if I'm going to draw something on it, add something to it. I finished some, but I don't know where they are. You guys, this is what I get for not being around. I love Mary's laugh too. Totally. Meridel makes me, yeah, she's hilarious. And she doesn't even know she's funny. That's the best part. She does not even know she's funny. And she's hilarious. Like, the things you say are so funny and so upbeat. I always love it. So who's streaming tonight? Hi, Patricia. What have you missed? I painted nothing. I made all these backgrounds for I made painty papers the last time we streamed. And then I'm making backgrounds for ATCs. So that's what I do. I take especially some of those really thin ones. I got this thin, it's like a dictionary or an encyclopedia, but the pages, they feel really great, but they're super thin. So I painted on them, and now I'm going to start layering and doing stuff on it. Yeah, I'm just making, you know what, honestly and truthfully, Patricia, I just came on to chat with everyone and hang out because I started my new job, and this was my first week at work, and I was just sort of like, I said that I would, oh, you were kidding. See, that tells you how gullible I am. Mary and I have that in common, okay? We're both very gullible. We both believe everything. Well, almost everything. No, so I had this, so I worked my first week, and it kicked my butt. And I promised everybody that I would come on and stream if I could. And can I tell you, yesterday I was basically did nothing. Yesterday I basically did nothing. I did laundry. I did some laundry. I did some grocery shopping kind of things, but other than that, I really did nothing because it wore me out. Hey, Marilyn, how are you? Well, I'm not gonna. Who's streaming next so we can send them to the next live stream? I'm not gonna stream much longer because I've got stuff I've got to do for the rest to get ready for the rest of my work week starting tomorrow. And you know, the thing is, here in art sales and running a company here, it's a 7 day a week job. So I don't know if I'm going to have weekends off. Probably not, because I'll need to hire a staff, and the staff will want weekends off. But I will try and stream whenever I can. I just don't know. It sounds like a perfect job for me. I think it is a perfect job for me. We'll see. I just don't know when I'm going to stream. Like, I don't have a schedule. I think I have next Friday off. If I have next Friday, maybe I'll stream on Friday. But I know I can't stream on Tuesday because I'm working Tuesday night. And Tuesday, you know, usually I stream here. It's about 3 o'clock my time when I start streaming. So I'm going to be at work. So I know I can't stream then. But, so I won't stream on Tuesday, but maybe I'll stream on Friday if I don't end up having to work. If not, I'll try. You guys will just have to catch me on the fly. I'm sorry. Until I have my own schedule, I won't know. Until I get it worked out. Yeah, working girl talk. You're so ridiculous. You guys, I'm excited about this job. I really am. I am super excited about it. I think it's going to be good for me. What I'll be even more excited about is if this job enables me to find the perfect house. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I hope you do something creative and crafty. Who's streaming next? Are you streaming, Laura? Are you streaming, Mayor? Who's streaming? Thanks, Sherry. Bye, Cat. Big hugs. You're not streaming tonight, Mary. Mary's not streaming. I'm letting go. Are you streaming? Are you streaming, Laura? Who's streaming? Does Stacy at Pink Poodle Crafters, doesn't she usually have a Sunday night stream? Big hugs to you, Kat, and your beautiful family. Am I mistaken? Oh, thanks, Mary. I'm glad. Vicki, thank you for your love and support. I really appreciate it. All right, my lovelies, please message me on Facebook or send me an email and let me know how your week, the challenge this week is to send yourself as much love as you can, to say to yourself, I see the divine in myself and I send myself love. And to say that to the earth and everything around you. Let me know how it goes. I hope I rock it, Laura. I really do. I really do. Well, I love you guys, and I will see you hopefully next Friday. So keep me on the radar. If I'm around, I'll be around on Friday. All right, ladies. As always, from my heart to your heart, what? I'm sending you so much aloha. Until next time.